to Learning Hub GH. Today we are going to talk about introduction to demand. Introduction to demand. So first, we are going to start with what is demand. So demand refers to the various quantity of goods and services that consumers are willing and able to buy at various prices over a given period of time. So this is the definition for demand. Demand refers to the quantity of goods and services that consumers are willing and able to buy at various prices over a given period of time. So you're going to look at what want also is. So want is a desire to own a commodity which is not backed by one's purchasing power. So when we talk about purchasing power, we mean the ability to buy. When you have money to buy a commodity, that's what your purchasing power is. So want is a desire to own a commodity which is not backed by one's ability to buy or one's purchasing power. So you're going to look at the types of demand. So first, you're going to look at what effective demand is. So effective demand is a desire to possess a good which is supported by one's purchasing power. So it is the desire to possess a good which is supported by one's purchasing power. So here the consumer is able to buy the commodity which he desires. And also potential demand is the mere wish to acquire a commodity which is not backed by one's purchasing power. So potential demand is the mere wish to acquire a commodity which is not backed by one's purchasing power. So you're going to look at the demand schedule. The demand schedule is a table showing the various quantity of goods and services that are bought at various prices. So that's what a demand schedule is. And then we have the types of the demand schedule. We have the individual demand schedule. And the individual demand schedule is a table showing the various quantity of goods and services that a consumer is willing and able to buy at various prices. So it's a table showing the various quantity of goods and services that a consumer is willing and able to buy at various prices. So we have this table here. It's an example of the individual demand schedule. So when the price is 10, let's say 10 Ghana cedis, the quantity bought is 48 units. When the price drops to 8 Ghana cedis, quantity increases to 52 units. When the price further drops to 6 cedis, quantity increases to 60 units. And when price drops to 4 units, quantity increases to 73 units. So you're going to talk about the market demand schedule. This is also a type of demand schedule. So the market demand schedule is a table showing the various quantity and the market demand schedule is a table showing the various quantity of goods and services all consumers in the market are willing and able to buy at various prices. So this is a table showing the various quantity of goods and services that all consumers in the market are willing and able to buy at various prices. So this is an example of a market demand schedule. So we have the consumers being Alfred and John. So when the price is at 10 Ghana cedis, Alfred's quantity is 20 units, John's quantity is 22, and the market demand schedule is 42, the summation of Alfred and John's quantity. When the price drops to 8, Alfred's quantity is 29 units, John's quantity is 31 units, and the market demand is 60 units. When the price further drops to 6 Ghana cedis, Alfred's quantity is 35 units, John's quantity is 37 units, and the market demand is 72 units. So you're going to look at the demand curve. So the demand curve is a graphical representation of the relationship between quantity demanded and price. So the demand schedule shows the demand curve shows the relationship between quantity demanded and price. So the demand curve is downward sloping from left to right. The demand curve is downward sloping from left to right. The demand curve therefore shows an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. So the relationship between quantity demanded and price is an inverse relationship or a negative relationship. So this is a demand curve here. We have the price on the vertical axis the quantity on the horizontal axis, and this is a demand curve, downward sloping from left to right. We're going to talk about the law of demand. So the law of demand states that all other things being equal, at a higher price, less is demanded, and at a lower price, more is demanded. So basically, what the law of demand talks about is that at a higher price, more of a at a higher price, less of a commodity will be demanded, and at a lower price, more of a commodity will be demanded. So this is the reason why increase in prices of goods and services will lead to a decrease in demand of the good. For example, when you used to purchase five oranges at Ghana, three cedi each. When the price is increased to Ghana 6 cedi, you will not be able to purchase the same 5 units of oranges. So you will reduce your quantity that you purchase. So that's what the law of demand talks about. You're going to look at the demand function. So the demand function is a mathematical expression of the relationship between price and quantity demanded. So the demand function is a mathematical expression of the relationship between price and quantity demanded. So an example of the demand function is quantity demanded, that's QD, is equal to 18 minus 4P. So here the QD is a dependent variable whilst P is an independent variable. The negative 4P shows that quantity demanded and price are inversely or negatively related. So the P there is representing price. So the negative 4P shows that quantity demanded and price are inversely or negatively related. So we have when QD is equal to 54 minus 16P, and if price P is 2, the question says find quantity demanded. So here we are going to substitute price, which is 2, into the equation. So we have QD is equal to 54 minus 16 times 2. So you have QD is equal to 54 minus 32, and we have QD is equal to 22. So therefore quantity demanded will be 22. So here is the end of the lesson.